So obviously when the Crown Prosecution Service made their decision to take the prosecution forward, it was based on the evidence that they had at the time. We as a government are incredibly disappointed that it has been dropped. That wasn't the outcome that we wanted. But of course it was based on the evidence that they had at the time, and what we've seen since is that a change in case law has meant that the evidence threshold now hasn't been met, and ultimately that's the reason the case got dropped.
Right, so there is disappointment in the case being dropped. Will it be brought again?
Well, because as I say, because it's based on the evidence that there was at the time. So this happened in 2023, so yes. It was under the previous government. So they got together their evidence base. And that is what it has to be based on. You can't retrospectively go back and change what the evidence was at that time in 2023. And as I say now, and the letter from the Director of Public Prosecution sort of showed this, because there'd been a case in the High Court recently that meant that now, as I say, the evidence bar has been changed, and that's why it's been dropped.
Well, it's the evidence bar that's changed. It's not the evidence itself. The evidence was there. The evidence was still the same. Nothing had changed in the way that these guys were being prosecuted. It's the fact that you guys decided, or the CPS decided to drop it. Did they drop it because of pressure?
No, absolutely not.
Is there a fear about calling China an enemy?
No, absolutely not. And I'm pleased to be able to come on here and put that straight, because I've seen that flying around social media. So no, absolutely not. It is simply because, and as I say, the letter from the Director of Public Prosecution shows this, that where there was a case in the High Court that meant that the evidence bar changed, and that meant that it didn't meet it. And the Prime Minister explained this yesterday, and, you know, he knows a lot about his former job, so he knows all about it. And as he was explaining, that you can't retrospectively go back and change what the evidence was from the time. Unfortunately, it's not been met. But as a government, we are disappointed.
Well, you also know how to explain things as a lawyer, and as you know, you have 2 or 3 different lawyers, you might get 2 or 3 different opinions on things. On the decision to drop it, there is reporting that it came as a result of pressure. You're saying that's not, but we know that the National Security Advisor, Jonathan Powell, has been to China many times in recent years. The Telegraph are suggesting that it was because of him, that he was responsible for this.
Absolutely not. Nothing to do with him, nothing to do with ministers whatsoever. That is completely false.